Okay, so we have set up almost everything we need to set up for our initial test of our HTMLQ study. So first thing now we need before we can change our Java file. So if we come into settings, we're going to have to change some things in this Firebase info, right, JS. And to do that, we need to set up a Firebase account. If you have Google, you can just sign in using Google. This is okay because it's a Google company. This is not the same problem as if you were, I don't know, signing into some unknown software, right, or social account and using Facebook or Google. So we're going to go in, we're going to be in the console, and then we're going to create a new project. Now I happen to be running a project right now. This happens to be my student views of Corona study. So I'm just going to go over here and I'm going to go to Firebase and I'm going to add a new project. And so this is going to be called CJ and incarceration. Right, kind of a long, right, and then continue. And I'm going to go in here, Google Analytics. There's a whole bunch of choices. Sure, why not? It doesn't really matter, right? Choose or create a Google Analytics account. I'm going to just use my current account, and now I'm going to create my project. So this is a project I'm doing with some other folks at a different university. I'm not a criminal justice person, and I don't usually deal with students who are in CJ or, right, are potentially working with offenders. So we will finish up our project. Yay, my new project is now ready. And I can click here even though I can't see it. And ta-da, we are ready. So now we can come over here and look at our system. We created the new project. And now, right, and we gave it a project name. We've skipped through a whole bunch of these, right? And now we're going to go to the database, right? I've already added Firebase to my app, but we're going to go to the database, right? And then we're going to go to rules. Now you notice here it says real-time database. Oh, I thought I had pointed that out. Oh, it's over here. So real-time database is what we want. There are actually, maybe there weren't when this was originally created, right, which was a little while ago. But we want to have the real-time database. So we're going to come in here. We're going to click database. And so we're going to create a database, and we're going to start in, oh yeah, we'll start in, yeah, well, we'll just do this. Well, wait a minute. Read, write, access will be denied. We'll start off here. Yes, U.S. Central. I guess that's where I said it before, so there we go. Really, U.S. Eastern, but it doesn't really matter. And I found that since the corona stuff, since classes have restarted, etc., generally things run slower, although you notice that I have a lot of different tabs open. That's just the way I roll. Alright, is that the one I wanted? We'll find out if I come over here and yes, So should look just like this, right? Oh, it says Firebase, not real-time database. Well, hopefully that's not a problem. So let's go over here. Publish rules. Oh, all right. So maybe I want to go and change this real-time database. That's what I want. Right. So there's my real-time database, and I'm going to go to rules. And you notice that these two things say false. Read and write both have periods before them, and they're in quotes. That's important. And so now we will come over here and we want to make write true, because we're going to have students or whoever are in our study, they're going to write, and we're going to keep information in the database, right? They're not going to be able to read anything, and that's why we have to have this be true. And all right, so we have done that. And then click publish, and then we're going to go back to our project page. So go over here, we're going to hit publish. There, we're all set. And now let's see, where else did we need to go next? So we've done that. Now we need to go back to our project page. We can do that just by clicking on our name, and then we're going to go to the web app page. So come over here. We're going to go to our project overview, and we're going to go to the web. Let's see, I think that's right? Because I'm going to need to copy this config information. That's going to be the next thing that I need to do. Maybe that's not what I wanted to do. Let's take a look-see again. All right, add Firebase to your web app, and then all right. So it seems like that's what we want to do. Let's go over here. All right. I guess this is going to be just, we'll call it CJ. And then we'll register our app. And here is the stuff that we need to copy. Right? So if you look at this, it looks very much like in our slide here. Here, we're going to make this a little bigger so it's easier to see. Right? And we're not going to use the copy button that no longer looks like copy. Right? And we're just going to copy using Control C, right? The things that are in the curly Q brackets that say var config, right? And then we're going to go into our Firebase info.js file. So we're going to come back over here. We're going to, you notice that there's some extra stuff in this now. I just copy it all. Control C. I go into my Firebase.js file. I'm going to open this, right? And I'm going to open it in Notepad. So you need to tell it exactly what to, and there, notice here is our var config, and that's where we're going to paste everything. Whoops. And right, it shows it right here. We're just going to copy and paste right in over, right, into our file. So many things open at once. So I'm going to come in here. I'm going to copy this, or not copy it, but highlight it, and then do Control V. And now, of course, we must remember to save. And now we are ready to test our study using Firefox, and that will be our next step.